Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene ramping up her attacks this week against House Speaker Mike Johnson, threatening to oust him from his speakership, all efforts in opposition to his pledge to pass additional funding for Ukraine. The recent rhetoric comes weeks after the House's March 22nd passage of the $1.2 trillion measure to fund most of the government for the rest of the fiscal year, a bill a majority of Republicans voted against, and a measure Greene calls, quote, egregiously, unbelievably awful. That same day, she filed a motion to vacate House Speaker Johnson, a move widely seen as a warning to not push aid for Ukraine further. The Georgia Congresswoman using the same procedural maneuver that sparked chaos last October when members of Congress voted out former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. In a post on X, Greene doubled down on opposition to sending more money to Ukraine, saying she believes they offer nothing of value to the American people. Johnson responded to Greene's criticism, saying, quote, I respect Marjorie. She will always have an open door to the Speaker's office. We do have honest differences on strategy sometimes, but share the same conservative beliefs. The Ukraine aid issue has sparked division among the GOP, with legislation to provide funding to help the war-torn nation battle the Russians stalled in Congress since even before Johnson became Speaker. House Freedom Caucus member Ralph Norman called the Ukraine funding issue a, quote, lightning rod for the speakership of Mike Johnson. On NewsNation's The Hill, Democrat Representative Adam Smith said he's willing to rescue Johnson if Republicans like Greene do end up trying to oust him.
Turmoil within the House is not good for the country in a variety of different ways, and to vacate another speaker would be a major mistake. But look, I trust the Speaker. He has said he will not abandon Ukraine, and I trust him to keep his word. And if he does, then I don't see any reason why Democrats would want to remove him as Speaker.
Greene says that she is confident her allies in Congress will stand by her, though she has not publicly named who has vowed to vote against Johnson. That all remains to be seen once Congress is back in session this week. Kelsey.
Emily, thank you for that update. Well, looking to the campaign trail, last night was a big one for Donald Trump, hosting a record-breaking fundraiser in Florida. Emily, how much did the former president's campaign rake in?
Well, you're right. It was a big event. The Trump campaign says yesterday brought in $50.5 million, nearly doubling the $26 million record set by President Biden. That was a little over a week ago. Trump will need all that he can get as he trails behind Biden's campaign funds. Biden brought in $90 million in donations last month, compared to Trump's March total of almost $66 million. That gives Biden a nearly $100 million edge on Trump in the campaign war chest after the first quarter of the year. With 7 months to go until Election Day, this is shaping up to be another presidential race of top dollar donations, Kelsey.
Yeah, Emily, we will be watching. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.